This is a property for stressed out landlords. You could own your own Serenity social hub. So this building is HMO rooms upstairs and obviously a commercial unit downstairs where you're letting it out to the Serenity social hub, which I think is some form of charity, but obviously for people who need a bit of serenity, a bit of mental health support, then obviously you go there and I think, have a cup of coffee or maybe a breakfast or something like that. So you could sit in your own building feeling the life isn't all bad, is it? So not a bad little place for those stressed out landlords. However, this building itself, I think it's not a bad investment because it's 450k offers only, and I will go into how much I think this is potentially worth. So I think it's a fully operational HMO upstairs on the 2 upper floors and a commercial unit downstairs that obviously you get rent from as well. I think contracted for the next 5 years. So this is the upstairs. This is the HMO unit. You can see it's 7 bedrooms. So this will let well and have good rental income. In fact, the total building, including the commercial building, is 58,000. So if you think about it, if you're being offered offers over 450, this is quite a strong yield, almost 12%, about 11.5%, I would say. So you could probably put offers below that as well. I know it says offers over, but I would be cheeky and be coming in quite low on this. But actually, this is a good yielding property. And also these kind of buildings, I think there's opportunities to do some creative deals. We look at the outside, it looks as though it needs some TLC, and that's probably reflective in this price. Because I wouldn't be surprised if you could get this valued at a ballpark figure at around 10% gross yield, which in 58 grand rent is going to be worth 580 grand. So you could potentially value it up that high, but you might need to spend some work on it, which is why the price is a little bit lower. But what I would do is I would potentially do that work. So I would exchange, do that work, increase the value, make sure that the open market value is now worth more than I actually agreed to pay for it. Okay, I spent a little money in between, and then I'll complete on purchase price. That is a unique buying technique that no one else really understands and knows. You have to know how to do it, because it's just don't go and do that without having the right underwriting behind you and working on that. If you want to know more about this, then come to my Getting Creative with Commercial Finance event, and I'll go through these mechanisms with you, and you can walk away starting to understand how to do it and actually implement it from that event. It's in London, it's in July. The tickets aren't very much. It covers the lunch and the cheese and wine we provide, so it's not a massive money-making opportunity for us. It's actually there to share the techniques that I've built up over the last 20 years of investing. So don't forget to give me a follow for more interesting property stories and interesting deal analysis.